I was a little ahead of my time in terms of the way I played the game. And I didn't work on it, I didn't practice it, but I was getting all the attention in the 50s because I was the only one doing it.
The 1950s were a decade of conformity, but Bob Cousy had a vision all his own.
He could pick out the opening man. He had the eyes in the back of his head.
Watch the fancy pass-off by Cousy.
He did things with the basketball that hadn't been done before.
Cousy. A beautiful pass to Russell for a duck shot.
There were other players who were breaking the mold for guards, and breaking some ankles, too. They included Bob Davies of the Rochester Royals, and Dick McGuire of the New York Knicks, whose slick ball handling earned him the nickname Tricky Dick. But when it came to innovators, no one changed the game more than Cousy, who paved the way for the next generation.
If my playmaking skills were the forerunners for what came later, I would take great pride in being the forerunner in that sense.
The swinging 60s. Their fancy footwork, while finding new ways to get to the hoop. But the master of improvisation was the man known as the Pistol, Pete Maravich, who was turning the court into his own personal stage.
Pistol was like a guy, the game was boring to him, so he had to create things to keep him interested.
Pete just has so much razzle-dazzle in his game. He was just hard to guard.
The way he handled the basketball so flippantly and so sort of carelessly really offended a lot of basketball purists.
What Pistol would do, he would take the ball and set it behind his back, catch the ball, and shoot. That was sweet.
Wow, hook shot.
He was a true entertainer, and I think he looked at entertainment more than basketball.
He used his basketball as a form of self-expression, and one of the real leaders in bringing basketball into that sort of area of artistry. It was like his form of art.
How did he see it?
Showtime was coming down on a fast break. Looking left. And throwing right.
Now here's Magic down the middle.
Magic Johnson symbolized the adventurous spirit of the 1980s. His sleight of hand baffled opponents, while his flair and showmanship were perfectly suited for Hollywood.
He loved to entertain the crowd, and so Urban's personality made that team Showtime.
Jones wanted it, the Magic wants it more. Dribble behind the back. Oh, what a play! Slam dunk!
You know, you got to get into your groove thing now. You know, you got to shake, rattle, and roll first. Kicking it to somebody. DB.
Magic out of the back court. Magic left side to Kareem. Slam dunk.
Oh, man.
Magic wants it. Magic got it.
It's over. It's over.
Thomas all the way. Here's Thomas.
Though he stood just 6'1", Stopping Isaiah Thomas was a tall order. Using his acrobatic gyrations to elude defenders, Isaiah turned heads and ankles throughout the league.
When you can take what it is that you're doing out on the court and make a guy in the 15th row feel what you're doing, that's when you got something special.
Works there against Wingate. Clock at 7. He fakes him right, takes him left, down the lane.
Ain't nothing like being in beside those 4 lines and doing your thing.
Back come the Pistons the other way. Isaiah down the lane.